now, Tom. We're recording now. Don't worry. Sorry about that. I paused recording earlier on. Okay. We will take these ones here. Let's edit those ones at the sides there. Let's make those a little bit bigger. Get rid of those completely. There we are. There we are. Sorry, Tom.
My output's not on it.
Don't worry.
Recording at the moment.
Oh, is it not? Okay, I'll just do that in a moment. So that was the merge. There you go. Those things disappear. That's quite nice. Let's go back to the output. Up to there. Okay. We're going to recap on this tomorrow. But Morna can see it. That's the important thing.
So much, isn't there?
Yeah. There's lots to remember. How much have I been talking since we last stopped? What's the time?
Quite a lot of the setup.
Scene setups, isn't it? Scene setup. Just check my timings. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. About half an hour of that. Sorry. So we'll go over it again tomorrow. But I think the important thing is that the scene setup is the important part. So just for the record, we're going to record that again. Not today. We'll do it tomorrow, and we'll show the scene setup process tomorrow. Do you have any questions before we continue? I'll put water in there as well. How are we doing? Some more water.
Any questions, Mona?
No, not just now. It's really good seeing it all in action.
Great, good. Is it working, Tom? Holding this camera for you. His really sort of his arm's gonna have cramp in a moment tonight. I can tell.
It's so useful being able to see it all. Thank you.
Right. No. It's good. It's good. I think what I wanted to do. So that's important that you can see the scene set up. What we'll maybe do. I might move to a new. I might show you a new scene, a new settings. Well, actually, no. Before I do that, where was I going to go? Sorry.
Where do you go into scenes? Is it add input?
It's add input. Yeah. So I can just do it quickly. Just we'll recap again very quickly. So it'll be worthwhile anyway. So let me bring you up on screen more now. So I'm just going to recap on that scene bit, if that's okay. Like I mentioned earlier on, so basically what we do is we go down to our add input and we can go pull up blank input scene. And then what we want to do is we want to bring in, so we've got our blank screen here, 42, it's called input 42. We're going to go to our configuration settings for it. We want to go, like I mentioned earlier on, it has all the basics on here, general keying and so on. We'll look at keying in a moment for one of the cameras. I'll show you how the keying works in a moment. But the important thing for this scene is it's about the layers that are really, really important. And it works from 1 to 10. You've got 10 possible layers you can put in. And you can put in your background, which is basically, number 1 is the background. So we can literally have, if we can remember what they are by looking at earlier on, just quickly look under here, quickly scroll up here. Okay, 14, these are sort of backgrounds, these colours here, inputs, images 14, 15, 16. So let's just put a untitled 15 in there. Blue background, wonderful, okay. And then we want to have, you might want to have the call-in from Jane. Now Jane's not calling in at the moment, so I'll have to switch her off for a minute, but we'll leave her there. If she did call in, she should be on that background. And then we're going to have another another object. Let's just have another look again what we might want to have. So this time we could have these wings. That's untitled number 1. Then put number 1 in there. Untitled number 1. That's wings. We've got wings on there. And then we're going to put in another camera input. Why don't we have the our local camera input, which is our Ultra Studio recorder image. Now, there's no one in front of the camera at the moment. Bart's going to quickly run in front of the camera, show us he's here. Fantastic. So Bart is on that group. He's on the front. He's on front of the blue and those ochre coloured wings. Now we're going to go down again and put something else on. Let's put Untitled 2 on top of there. 2? Oh, not that one. Sorry, Scene 2. I want Untitled 2. That's right. Put Bart there. Fantastic. And then we'll have one more, which is maybe have a little blue circle. Untitled 7. Oh no, sorry, my mistake. Untitled 7. Little blue circle there. And then we could put in the last person, which would be Morna, but I'll take Morna out for a moment. There we are. I'll take them out for a moment, Morna, so because you're not on a green screen. So those are all our inputs we've got set up. I'm not showing Jane, I'm not showing Morna just yet because they're not on green screens. And that was our basic input settings. We've got 3 more available we could use. So we could now save that. So we can now.
How easy is it to shuffle the order?
Oh,
Say,
that's a really good question. Yeah, it's a really good question. So what we can do, if I want to put, so in front of the blue, I literally have to put. I move number 4 down to number 5. We swap them round. So now, although you want to go a bit further, you're right. You'll be right at the front. So we're going to put you there. Oh no, not there. I'll put you. Where have I put you? I'm trying to work out where I put you now. There we are, in front of the blue now. So now I've literally just moved you up and down. Can you see what I've done? By moving the numbers up and down, I can put 4 there. So put you in here. I can put that blue. Which is that blue circle? I can't remember now. Is that one there? The blue circle. We can put that behind you. So would that go? Remember how to do this. Put it there. Oh, sorry, drag the number. Put it on here. Okay. So now I want to put. I'll move Morna down for a minute. And I want to put you. Okay, so I'm going to move 7 down. No, 7 up there. That one over there. Has that made sense? How have I done that one now? Can't remember. Oh no, hang on. That's it. So you've got the blue circle is behind Bart, pink square is in front. And that's just by moving the numbers up and down. You've got to be a little bit careful though by doing that. Because well, I tell you what you can do. If let's just say for the moment, if I show you, so if I go to if I bring Morna in for the moment, okay Morna, bear with me, I'm gonna make you smaller, put you there, put you inside here. So, reset that. Oh, reset that. Let's be again, sorry, it might be a moment. There we are. We're going to hand you around, put you in the middle of that little box there. I've now changed the size of you. So if I go back to layers, if I want to move you, if I move you, that's fine. I can move you around, so I can move number 8 up to here. That's fine. And your everything is carried over with you. Okay. So if I go back into here, you can see all the settings are still the same. But I've repositioned you in the layers. I've taken you from you were 8 and moved you up to 5. So now I put you between. You see, Bart's actually in front of you, whereas earlier on I could put you back here and you'll be in front of Bart. Okay, so let's put you behind Bart, and you'll notice how you haven't changed size. But if I was to put in another image, I could change that. So your input there, your call input, I could change that any other input. Don't know what that is. I'm going to change it anyway, and it will change to that size. So that size, which we've just changed you to, has retained the actual dimensions of the actual sexual layer. Have all been all the same still, but the image is just, but it's a different image, of course. That's all. Let's change it. Let's see which one it was again. That one there. So I'll bring it back in again now. There we are. Bring it back in. So that's what I'm trying to say is that that once you, when you assign certain things, you can move them around. But if you change the change the image, this is just changing the image that will then, that source, as it were, can be moved around, but the image content can be changed. So any settings and things you might change for it, will carry across. If that makes sense. So what I could do now, you're right, Tom. Yeah, you got it. So what I can do now is we'll go back. We'll just close that down a second. We'll keep that where it is. 42. Yes, I'm going to close that down. Marvelous. And there we are. That's our scene at the bottom here. Scene 42. I wonder what happens if we. You see, if we zoom, if we merge, what happens here? Interestingly. Oh. All right. Sorry. I know why. Let's just put that there. Tom, you won't be seeing this on your camera, Tom, but we're seeing it on screen for the moment. Have a quick rest. There you are. You'll see how it changes. Actually, we're fading things in. We're fading things as well as merging things. That was that merge function. Because there's elements that we're using, similar elements in the two scenes. We merge things around, and colours fade in and out and change, depending on what the new bits are and what the old bits are that are coming out. We'll show you that again. I'll go back to this scene here. Yeah, that was that merging bit. Now then, let me just try and remember what else I wanted to show you there. Let me show you one more thing. So we're going to do another one now. We're going to do another blank input. Another blank input. Always start with a. When you want to build a scene with lots of images in, you start with the blank input. So we're going to go into there, and on the left here, it does show you a whole bunch of different presets you could create. To actually have what all they've done basically with these virtual sets is they've actually given you. You could choose that one there. Use that one. And you'll see, I think, yeah, you'll see that it's got all the positioning in there already. So it's done it all for you. So when you actually set something, you could actually save your own as a preset. So let's just go back to layers a second in here. This is just, I chose this one here. It's only got 2 layers. So we can we'll put in, for example, not that one. Sorry, we'll put in. Yeah, that one there, 15 and 16. And it shows you. Do you see that? It's the same as that preset. Yeah, we could do it that way. I think we'll change it to that way as well. We'll show you that way, or that way, or that way, or that way. All it's doing, these presets here, they're showing you the. What is it? Let me just try that again. Sorry, it won't be a moment. Yeah, it's showing you the. This one's there. Edit. That one working then. Hang on. It's a bit weird. Well, that was doing another way. Layers. Let me just try that again. Yeah, that one worked. What was it doing in the other one? I might not have noticed it. It might so subtle a change. I didn't know what it actually did. Keep closing it down. Sorry, that's me getting confused. layers. That one there. Edit. Sure what the change is on that one. How they've done that one. Can't quite tell. Yeah, it seems like that. Maybe is it because of position? Is it the position? Reset all did that. Okay, we don't want to do that, do we? That's not what we want to do. Okay, let's go back to layers. Change it like that. Okay. But basically, it tells you the sorts of thing we're doing. So that it can also do things like this. It can give you different windows, different people. So we could actually, for one of our scenes that we did earlier on, this one here, we can go into there and we go into layers and we can import, export. Can we import it, or is it import? Is add it? Not sure now. Import. Oh no, cancel that. We want to add. Is it that one? I can't remember. No, not that. Hang on. Add. No, it's not that one. I don't often use this function, to be honest with you. I don't know why I'm trying to show you this. It's silly of me, because I don't actually use it very much. But I thought you could actually add. I think you can. I can't remember actually how you do it now. Exporting it, maybe. Yeah, it may be that. No items match your search. That one. It's only coming up with one box, but I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why it's coming up with one box. Remove it. We don't want those. We'll remove them. I'll remove them for the moment. Okay, adding them? No, remove it. I don't know quite why that does it. Okay, let's show you one more thing. That's the next thing I'll show you is this. I'm going to close down that window for a moment, and I want to show you the chroma keying, which is quite important as well. So where we are currently is called test. Oh, which one are we on? That one there. Okay, we're gonna. Well, yeah. Okay, thanks, Bart. So we're going to demonstrate how this works. So currently, this is our camera, our Ultra Studio recorder. This is our camera input, our camera, and I'm going to go to the little cog window. Sorry, where is it? Where is he? Where are we? Where is it? I can't see where Bart's gone now. Where? I closed it down. I don't know why I did that. By the way, when you right click on any of these boxes, it will collapse it into a bar, so you can't find it. It's quite useful if you have so many open. You can close them down and open them up, so that closes them. That's just as a reminder. If you go into here, into our settings for our camera, we can see we have color key. The color key here is working. This is what the color key is doing. So exactly, and this is where we can actually just quickly see if we can get rid of that. Now you see subtle changes like that. So we've got rid of that little opportunity. But what we can do now is we take that off there. We'll go there. There we are. You can see that now. We're able to see Bart actually on the green screen background. So let's. Are we zoomed in? There we go. Zoomed in. So we're zooming out now. So we've got Bart on the green screen background. So what we would do for keying, all you do the color keying, it's very simple. But you select this little top key here. You can select from a palette of colours if you want to, but you're best off just. This is actually a teardrop. I don't know why it's so small, that icon. I have to check that. There's something about this. Made this icon's very small. But you can do a colour drop thing, same like in Photoshop. You just select a colour like that, a green, and that automatically gives you. Normally that would be off, but I then say right, chroma keying is on. I can do some functions here, some presets, auto chroma key presets. These are very, very good. So these actually work really well. 1, 2, and 3. You'll see that 1 is pretty good, but it's quite hard. It's got quite a sharp edge on it. 2, softened a bit softer. And 3, a bit softer still. And then you get this sort of anti-aliasing opportunity, and you can just play around with that. Give yourself different kind of softening edges as well. Ignore the luma keying. This just won't affect you at all. You can adjust your key colours here if you want to. But in all honesty, if you've got a nicely lit green screen background, one of these selections here, 1, 2, or 3, will do the job for you. You'll see that probably that 3 there has taken out the green in Bart's t-shirt. That's slightly not keying too well there, and a little bit better there, but quite hard edges, softer edges, but then it's keying. But number 3 does it very nicely. If we want to add some anti-aliasing, with a high amount of anti-aliasing, it's still working well, or a low amount, that's not so well. No, I'd go high on there. Let's see, moving around. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it's all good. It's all looking good. So just put your hand up. Hold your hand still for a moment. That's it. We can see a little bit of flaring around the edges of your hands there. So what we would probably, that may be because we're try a different setting. It might be that the 2 is better and medium is better. And we might just do it a bit better, a bit more manually adjusting there. Perhaps. Just don't wear a green t-shirt next time you do this. That is obviously the way to go. Yeah, you can see it coming back in. You see, if we lose it completely, we're taking it out there. There we go. Excellent. One thing we can also do here, it's worthwhile just noting whilst we're looking at cameras, one of the other things you can do with just the camera, this is just showing the camera input. I mentioned effects earlier on, but the blurring effects you can do, and there's this blurring effect. You see it can blur things, but when you're chroma keyed, weirdly that gives you a really weird white outline, which is not very nice. So I don't often use it, particularly in chroma keying, but see, it can blur the picture if you wanted to. There's some funny things there. Anyway, there you are. So we won't bother with that one. We'll get rid of that for the moment. We'll just get rid of it. Click plus to get rid of it, minus to get rid of it. Sorry, plus to get it, minus to get rid of it. Well, what I want to show you is I want to show you important thing. Yes, in general. In general, so when you have someone calling in on a video call or something like that, this is mirrored, this picture. So Bart's putting out his right hand, sorry, left hand, and it feels left. You see, now for me that mood, now it's not mirrored now for Bart. So if I threw a ball at him and he just tried to catch it, he'd probably go the wrong way. So that's why we mirror them, because we're used to looking at ourselves in mirrors. We're much more familiar with looking at our own mirrored response. So we mirror the image.
Much that again. I'll see if I can capture that.
There you go. I can't throw it to you, I'm afraid.
Do you want it? I can do a left arm and a right arm again.
Left, and right.
Okay, and change the settings.
Oh.
Now do left and right.
Left, right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Much more comfortable that way.
Yeah.
But what's also quite useful here is they do audio set, they do create a virtual input. So what we can do, we can create a whole new copy of this input, because one of the things that's quite tricky to do, if you wanted a scene that was, say, I'm just going to close this down now for a minute, and you'll see at the bottom here we've got another one called Virtual Ultra Studio Recorder 3G1. That's exactly the same picture at the moment that we've got as Bart's in here in Ultra Studio SG1. I can now go into these settings in here, and I can do all sorts of other things with this one without affecting the original input. So I can change my color adjust, and I should just make sure I click off use source settings. I don't want to use the source settings. I'm going to use my own settings, and I can do all sorts of things. I can take the saturation out. I can do black and white. I could take out just the reds, or I could do all sorts of different things with this if I wanted to change the colors around and that sort of thing. There's still keying, I think, on the whole. You can do black stretching. You can silhouette it. You can do all sorts of different things. You can do different effects with it essentially. So we can reset it all. One of the things that people have done in the past is to silhouette stuff. It's quite useful. I can remember how we do it. There you go. Yeah, it's a silhouette. So that is quite interesting. So if you wanted to just have a silhouette picture, we could do that. So we can then bring in, so then Bart could then be literally in this scene here. Go to this scene here, and I'm going to change Bart's input from the original one to our new virtual input, and it changes Bart to that one there. Oh, and the keying's gone, of course. There you go. That won't work. So I'd have to take that out some other way. But anyway, that can be done. We'd probably color key on. Let me just ignore that a second. Let's go to here, back to here. How do we do that color keying this time? We would have to do it in white. I think so. Is that possible? Does that work? Or is it Luma keying? I can't remember. No, it's not. That's not that, did it? Did that not do it? No. How do we get rid of it? I can't remember how we do it then. I have done it before.
Using that to determine.
There we go. Is it that one? A bit weird. Why is that happening? Not quite what we want.
Oh,
It's gone all Dr. Caligari now. What's going on?
great effect.
There we are. That's it. There we are. This is it. This is working. I knew there was a way to do it. There we are. So now we can see it. Now we can see that Bart is chroma keyed just as a silhouette character on there. That's one of the things we can do. And then of course so Bart's original image is not affected at all. So you've got two inputs, and I can have as many inputs for Bart as I wanted, any for that particular camera input, that we can change. Okay, I need a quick break, 2 seconds. I'll be right back, and we shall carry on. I won't stop recording this time. Give me 5.
Just a wee reminder that the building is probably closing at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, is it? Okay. Should we just start to the move? I'll be right back. We'll probably go another half an hour. Fantastic.
Sorry, I'm not talking much. The feedback is really bothersome.
Fair enough. Who's going to have the most inputs for using this?
interesting to see, like, how that works and try to imagine that in some practical situations.
Yeah, I think it's finding what you want to do with it. Really,
Yeah.
it's the hard part.
Some of these setups, and I'm just thinking, like, all these kind of newsroom and situations come into my mind. That someone here, and talking, and then I guess once you know how it works, you start seeing it. Just places that you would never notice.
And obviously, if you wanted to do just an online performance, people everywhere involved. Creating things like you've already done before, where you've got people. You're projecting an image into something which you created via this.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to create some graphics, graphical images like that, just as part of something that's then recorded and projected, the facilities there to do that kind of recording.
Like someone doing something in front of something. Yeah. Well, I like that silhouette.
It's good.
Right.
Silhouetted dancers,
Yeah.
screen and things like that.
Like people who can actually move.
Okay, so we've got half an hour. I just want to go through a few things. What else to look at? On the one part of the window I haven't shown you much yet. It's over here. There's some straight. Bring it across here a bit more. I can move these windows around. I can make them bigger. This is the audio window. This is your audio inputs, and the audio is slightly more complicated, but there's a few things I details I won't go into just yet, but each input has an audio input attached to it. So each of your video inputs that has audio in it will have an audio part as well. So for example, I've got the first one I've got is my master. That's everything going through on the master. So that is all the inputs, all the audio inputs that are going onto the program output. There is that you can also have a number of different buses for your audio. So you can have a back channel for your audio. So you could be talking to people who are in the call, but it won't be recorded, or it won't be broadcast. So there's ways of doing that. It takes a little bit of setting up. We can go into it, but there are some really good tutorials on how to do that. But the important thing is you should know it is possible to have back channels that people can actually hear what you're talking about. And you can talk between actors and the producer, director, to do the kind of cueing and so on and everything else. So that's all possible. And it's showing you that we're recording at the moment. And first of all, so this is our first input. Actually, is we listed here. It corresponds to number 2, which is Morna, and you can see that Morna's audio details are also here as well. So I can see that Morna is. I can go to my settings of Morna's audio settings. And it gives me all these different useful little changes and settings I can do. I can hear Morna coming through in the audio, in the mix. So I can change the levels. Plugins, this is quite useful actually. You can get some third-party plugins. And one I have used that's very good and I can advise you about is plugin for reducing background noise reduction, which is quite a useful tool because you're bound to get some noise in some studio, people's homes when they're calling in. There's going to be a little bit of noise on the line, so you can get plugins to take out the noise. And then there's different sorts of equalizing. You can go to there's quite a whole lot of stuff you can do. Noise gating, that can work as well as a kind of, the plugin's better for doing that than this, but for taking out sort of background noise. It's currently showing you that, you see that's actually, will show you where the different buses are, but currently showing you that here, that Morna is coming out, she's being recorded on the master channel, on the master output. So Morna's audio is constantly going through at the moment. If I didn't want to do that, I would go into general and I could press automatically mix audio. That should work. Sorry, Tom, let's move back a little bit. I can't see that screen. There we go. Now then, Morna, do you want to just say something quickly? 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh no, it is going through actually.
Sure.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Try down. We do it. I don't know which way to go. Mix audio. Aha. Okay. Okay. Now I've got you. Now, if you want to just talk now, you do a 1, 2. We can't actually hear you. We can't actually hear you now. And there's a reason why I can't hear you. Is if I bring you into the mix. So I don't want to. It might be that I've got acts that I don't want to hear. I can actually take off that. In that setting there, in your audio setting. Sorry, I should do it in this one here actually. Audio setting there. Is it there? Ah, no, it's not. My apologies. My apologies. It's not there. It's in this setting here, video setting. We will see. It says automatically mix audio when you are brought into the mix. So if you keep talking, give me a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you just do a sound check? Okay, now I go. No, I'm doing the wrong way. Sorry. Does that work now? 1, 2. No.
1, 2.
Oh, there we are.
1,
This is like
2.
the audio off. Yeah. Ah, now I've got it. Now I've got you. Try again. Oh, no, it doesn't do it. I think there's a sequence of getting these right. Hang on. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's it.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Excellent. We got you now. And we can still hear you now. Okay. Now, trust me, there's a way of doing this. And I just can't remember exactly which way around it is, but it's the audio. There is a way of cutting your audio that we can't hear you whilst you're on or off screen, as it were. So there's ways of doing that. I think it's automatically mixing audio. Is that the way to go? I can't remember.
1, 2. Yep.
Yeah, that's working all right. 1, 2. Ah, that's right. Yeah, now it works. So now I've got you speaking now. 1, 2, 1, 2. I can hear you. And when I cut back to this shot, it will immediately cut your audio off. So we can't hear you at all now. We can only hear you when you're on screen, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
What I've done there is simply make sure you can see actually. Can you see this audio bar, this line here? You can see it there. It's a turquoise colour. So what that means is I know that I'm getting audio from you. I've got a kind of meter that's telling me there's audio coming from you. But it won't go green, which shows me it's live, until I actually bring you into the shot. When I bring you into the shot, it will now go green.
Okay.
So any audio that is not green, that has a turquoise colour, you know is not being mixed and actually is live audio, but is not being shown at the moment. And actually, any input with a little meter bar next to it has audio in it. So you'll only see that in these ones down here. These are our headphones. These are our webcams. You see that one there? It's got a turquoise one. We can't see that going in. That one has got a green one on, because I've got it constantly set on by I've I've got automatically mix audio off, so which means it's constantly going to be on. And again, with that camera, that audio anchor power conference, that other webcam microphone, we're using a microphone for that too. So those are our audio inputs. We can bring in sounds. I haven't got any sounds playing here, but we can bring in some sounds as well. So how are we doing? We've got 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Very quickly then. I won't do it, no. I was going to say the last 15 minutes I'm going to show you a whole new scene, but maybe we'll wait till tomorrow to do that. Because I think it would mean that morning you'd have to reconnect and that sort of thing, and I don't want to lose you and lose you here now. So I've kind of just touched on the audio thing. Yeah, if I want to take something off, these are just master channel things. I can take them out of the master channel if I wanted to. So I have some control over different audio inputs. I might want to just change them and play around with whether I want to hear them or not. The browser input has audio attached to it. Okay. So just very briefly then, just to finish up in terms of the user interface, walking you through this. Top left, this is where you save and load all your programs. So the only ones I've really used are to save, and I quite often save as a bundle. So when I've done a whole project, I save, because if you save as a bundle, if you save it as a bundle, you will save all the images and all the settings of your whole sequence as one complete bundle, and that's actually quite a good way to save everything in one go. And you can then transfer that to between machines quite easily. And then you can also open that as well. You can open it. So I've got these set up earlier on. These are different scene settings that I've already set up before. The whole program, all the scenes are all set up. On this side over here, you've got the main thing is you've got your settings, your main settings for the whole vMix setup. And we can import and export and save those settings. And I might go through some of these tomorrow. Some of them I don't think we're going to need to. Basically, vMix will go up to Super HD. It can do. So we're currently working at 19. So I'm just skipping this. I'm skipping the frame rate at the moment. But this is the output size. As you can see, it can go up to 7,680 by 4,320 pixels, which is pretty big. So yeah. So you can go quite large with it. So you could get your large format cameras on there. Your HD cameras. Yeah, so it goes pretty big. Those are the output settings. We can look at these in a moment, but I'll change that back to that. Shouldn't be 2. It should be output. I don't know why I've changed that now. Output. Yeah, these are different outputs, which we'll look at in a bit more detail tomorrow, and I'll go through those externals, what they all are, and how to set up different outputs. It didn't work when I tried earlier on, so that's not something I'm not doing right. But interestingly, I've got NDI set on for everything as much as I possibly can. So everything I can pick up all sorts of different NDI outputs in different programs, and I can pipe it around. Options, but I haven't used options. I never really go into options very much. Performance. We've actually, because we're using, I wouldn't tend to change this. I don't try and change to high input performance mode. We're using a mode that is resizable bar, which is a mode that gives us much more space anyway. So it's not coming out with 100. Still don't know why it's not 100. 100%, so let's not worry about that. Sorry?
Probably wouldn't run for laptop in that mode.
What, resizable bar?
No, that's high performance.
High performance mode. It probably would do, but we tend not to use it because it's
This is just integrated graphics, isn't it? So it's actually using the processor just to do it. And just 3 gigabyte. Yeah, I don't need to be. Something that melts the desk.
It has got an RTX an Nvidia card in here.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's got a 480 Nvidia card in there. The new laptop cards. So that's working quite well. So I know that it's incredible. I don't know how they managed to get it that small, but there you go. It's got the same chip in it apparently, so that's what it's doing. Then some of the decoders, recording, external outputs. Yeah, I don't really often work with many of these things, but this is where your main settings are. But I don't need often changing. So you can set up your audio outputs to different buses as well. Web controller. Okay, and getting into territory, I do use shortcuts and scripting. I have used. So shortcuts is where we will look at that in relation to this device. That's how this starts to work. When we want to use the Stream Deck, we can set up shortcuts to this, so we can actually do a transition from one scene to another with that device there. So I'll quickly, maybe we've got time to do that very quickly for 10 minutes. Just do one. So if we just do add a new one, and we're going to go find a key. I'll press this key here. That's associated there. Stream Deck button. Okay, function might be fade, the duration of the function, and then the input will be what have we done recently? What fun things did we do today? That one there. I think that's all we have to do. I think it is. Okay, does that work? Oh, hang on. Oh, don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. Why is it not doing that? That's a bit weird. I thought it didn't need to do that. Shortcuts. Okay. There you go. It's just done it. It did do it. So without just we cut this back to there. Yes, it just made it. It's just. I just pressed that on the vMix. Did you go? I'm sorry, on here. So that's me just pressing that button there. Changing it to that. And then I can do all sorts of different other things I can do with this. I can make that transition much longer. I can put other different sequences together and different scripts. So I could actually activate a script that plays a whole load of different scenes at different times.
Roll the logo.
Yeah, you can do exactly. So a whole sequence of things could happen. So once you know what your direction is, you can then assign different things to it. How are we doing? We've got 5-2, Mona. I kind of think I may need to make a break myself now. Oh, I can't hear you. Do you know why? Because I took your audio off earlier on. That doesn't help at all. There we go. I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I think let's wrap up.
Yeah.
What timings are we looking at tomorrow?
I'm easy. I mean, we can start. What did we say? Next over here. We said we'd start at 10 tomorrow.
Cool.
So what? Let's just look at what I said I'd do today. I said I'd walk through equipment, introduction to vMix software. What does it do? Overview of the interface, which is what we've kind of done. Building a Telepresence scene demo using a live green screen camera, polygon objects, scenography. Okay, so what I would like to do tomorrow, groups and or individuals build their own scenes, briefing for the next day. So maybe Morna, and I'm looking at Morna and Bart here. Maybe you, if you're, and I appreciate Morna, you haven't been well, so you tell me how you feel in the morning. But it might be an opportunity that I won't. What I would do tomorrow is I would like Bart to try and do some of this building a scene yourself. So I would be here, and you could build a scene. So what you could do tonight, or between now or tomorrow morning, whatever, if you've got an image that has a bunch of different sort of scenes, or you let's try and make a scene like we looked at today, that might have a foreground, a background. It might have people, just to sort of think and to maybe prepare that. We can come in tomorrow morning and try it tomorrow morning. I know that Robert will be here tomorrow, and Mari did ask me if I could do a recap for Robert's benefit, because I think that Robert would be keen to know some of this technical stuff. So I'll do that. But I'd like to have tomorrow. I would like to make an opportunity where I'm not doing anything here. You're doing it, and Morna's here as well, both trying it out. And then I'm Tom and I are just here just to sort of help with advice. That's where I'd like to be tomorrow. Yeah, that you're sitting here trying, and you're broad. So you probably need to just, if you could either have an image, we can use Photoshop. I have Photoshop, or we can use other software. There's one called, I mentioned it to you before, GIMP. Yeah, it's a kind of free, sort of nearest free version of Photoshop there is, if you haven't got Photoshop. But, so, how does that sound, Morna, tomorrow?
Yep, that sounds good. One thing to be aware of is I need to leave at 4 tomorrow, but I'm hoping that I'll be in the office.
That's great. Okay. Well, Tom and I will probably be checking out our hotel tomorrow and bringing our rest of our luggage here, and going straight from here to the airport. I think.
Cool.
What I'll do is I'll bring all my things tomorrow with me. I've got my suitcase already with all my other kit in. I'll leave that here. We can leave all this here overnight now, all set up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just make sure that there's enough space for Rob to get through.
Tomorrow morning. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, we'll do that. But things are safe here to lock up. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's great. So should we meet at 10 o'clock then?
Perfect.
All right, lovely.
Great. Thanks so much, everybody.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Morna. Good to see you. All right, I'll stop recording here now.
Cool.
Sorry, Tom.
See you tomorrow, hopefully in person.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
indeed.
Plenty of vitamin C and water.